I've used a lot of backpacking gear over the years, but these 10 pieces of gear are my all-time favorites. Out of hundreds of different tents, sleeping bags, down jackets, hiking shoes, and random things, these 10 items have been game changers for me on backpacking trips, making things easier and more comfortable. Starting with the REI Flash 55 pack, this pack has been a game changer for me due to the positioning of the water bottle pockets. They're located just in front of the side pockets, making it a lot easier to access water, especially if you have really stubby arms or bad shoulder flexibility. As well, the pack has great carrying capacity, able to carry up to 40 pounds easily while only weighing just over a kilogram itself. The pack often goes on sale for 30, sometimes even 40% off, and at those prices, this pack is a steal. Quilts have made sleeping on backpacking trips a lot more comfortable for me. I can toss and turn without getting all tangled up, and I don't feel as restricted as I do in a sleeping bag. An Enlighten Equipment Enigma was the first quilt that I ever bought, and I've since tested a lot of other quilts from other manufacturers, and you really can't beat the customizability and quality of an Enlighten Equipment quilt. Do you want a down jacket that's worth $300 but only costs $100? The Decathlon Trek 100 down jacket has changed the game when it comes to down jackets. This jacket has the quality, the warmth, and the low weight to make it the perfect 3-season backpacking down jacket. I have jackets that cost 3 times as much as this jacket, but I find myself reaching for the Trek 100 a lot more often. Because of that low cost while still being a quality product, I can bring this out on trail and not worry as much about ruining it or wrecking it. When I discovered the Trekology 2.0 pillow, it brought something to the table that I'd never seen in a camp pillow before, and that's a pad strap. A pad strap locks your pillow onto your sleeping pad so it doesn't run away from you throughout the night as you toss and turn. The pillow is also one of the most comfortable that I've ever used, with really supportive baffling so it doesn't feel like you're laying on a balloon, and it's super inexpensive at under $20. I went from hiking boots to trail runners for backpacking and hiking trips and haven't really looked back. But the journey to finding my perfect shoe took a while because I constantly was having issues with foot fatigue. I was using shoes like the Ultra Lone Peaks, which don't have a ton of cushion to them, and your foot really feels all of the little bumps and rocks and sticks as you're walking down the trail. The Hoka Speedgoats have solved my foot fatigue issues by having a large amount of cushion that really protects your foot, whilst also still being a really supportive and stable platform to hike on. They also use a Vibram Mega Grip sole, which is by far the stickiest sole material out there. I used the Speedgoats for 1,100 kilometers while through hiking the Great Divide Trail, and they're a big reason why I was able to finish the trail and not get any blisters while doing so. I get asked all the time what the hoodie I'm wearing is on summer trips, and it's the Outdoor Research Astroman Sun Hoodie. It's lightweight, breathable, and has a really high UPF rating of 50 to protect you from the sun. It also dries extremely quickly and has a tight enough weave that it's gonna be able to protect you from mosquitoes and other bugs. This is the hoodie that I bought many years ago. I have thousands of miles on it, and it's still going strong, and doesn't even stink that bad. I've always hated bringing those little travel toothpaste bottles on backpacking trips. I know some people, they solve that problem by just not brushing their teeth, but I think that's a little gross, and I always want to be ready for a little backcountry smooch. These little toothpaste tabs from Unpaste means I don't need to bring those travel toothpaste bottles anymore. The toothpaste tabs keep my breath fresh, they don't freeze when it's cold out, and I can bring just the amount that I need for a trip. These were essential on the Great Divide Trail when I was planning my logistics as well as resupplying. I've been using inReaches before DeLorme was bought by Garmin, as well as Spot devices, for years while working in the remote Canadian wilderness. These devices were essential for work safety, and in the case of the inReach, really important for communicating with helicopters and helicopter pickups, as well as coordinating with other work crews that were out in the wilderness. But I didn't realize how much I would enjoy using an inReach for personal use. In addition to the peace of mind of knowing that I can call for a rescue in case of an emergency, and here where I am in the Canadian Rockies, we have world-class search and rescue, the ability to check in with loved ones back at home while I'm out on trail, as well as the ability to coordinate with friends while out of cell phone reception, and then check live weather while I'm out on trail has been a game changer for me. For a long time, I thought Dyneema tents were just hype and that it was really stupid to spend hundreds of dollars more for a tent made out of the fabric. But a thru hike with the Zpacks Altplex, as well as dozens of nights in the Zpacks Plex Solo, has changed my mind. The benefits of Dyneema go beyond the weight savings, and I underestimated how much better they'd perform in high moisture environments. The material doesn't sag in the rain, so you always have maximum space inside the tent. The material doesn't absorb water, so you're not carrying as much water weight when you're packing the tent up. As well, you can wipe down the material really easily, which is crucial if you have condensation buildup inside the tent or you want to get rid of some of the rain that accumulated on the outside. I'm lucky in that Z-Pack sent me these Dyneema tents, but I wouldn't hesitate to buy a Plex Solo if I needed to, knowing what I know now. This pink titanium spoon makes food taste better, provides heat if you keep it inside of your sleeping bag or quilt with you, and has even been used to fight off bears. If you're not carrying a pink titanium spoon, you're missing out on one of the most crucial, game-changing, best pieces of backpacking gear that I've ever used. Like I said, I'll have links in the description so you're not missing out anymore. Go check out this video for my full review of the Plex Solo tent. I have it out on a bunch of different trips, out in different conditions, and I provide some tips on setup and use.